guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash of Clans. Today, as promised, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Town Hall 9 attacks, specifically air attacks, GoLaLoon and LaLoon, mixing it in with some Queen Walk here and there as well. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and upgrade my very last troop left to upgrade, and that is the Baby Dragon. Then I will be 100% max again offensively. I have been kind of slacking on my farming a little bit in the last few days, have a lot going on at home, but I was able to save up another 10 million gold and upgrade my expo, so I have a new expo upgrading as well as a bomb tower defensively. Now you might be asking, why the heck are we looking at a Town Hall 11 right now? And I actually thought about making this a separate video, but who wants to watch a 2-minute video? I know I don't, so I figured I'd share it right off the bat with you guys here, and check this out. I thought it was such a cool attack by Slurms. He's from Reddit Rangers in this attack, but it was an event clan. But basically, he used all skeleton spells as a Town Hall 10, attacking a ring base at Town Hall 11. And what he did was he made the defender pay for having one Inferno Tower on single target and having a ring base with not a lot of defenses in range of the Town Hall. So what he did was obviously dropped his rage spell along with all the rest of the spells were skeleton spells, so 1 rage and 9 skeleton spells, and then he spanned them on the Town Hall, taking down the Town Hall, and then just baby dragging around the perimeter. It was a really cool 2-star attack, one of the coolest I've seen in quite a while. Again, 9 skeleton spells and 1 rage spell and 1 earthquake on the Town Hall, and then that was it. It was history from there. So I actually think, let's watch it again real quickly here before we get into the Town Hall 9 attacks, but I think this is more than just a novelty attack, guys. I think this could be a legitimate strategy if you find a perfect base, a perfect ring base, which are definitely so popular, as you guys have been telling me almost constantly on Twitter and Facebook. You guys, are running into a lot of ring bases, and you know what? So are we. So if you see one like that, maybe you can impress your clanmates and bust out the skeleton rage on the Town Hall. So moving into the meat and potatoes of today's episode, we're gonna start out, I'm trying to bring you guys a nice mix, a nice healthy variety of Town Hall 9 air attacks today. Well, I should say LaLoon attacks. So we're gonna be doing different army compositions on every single attack. That way you guys, avoid the repetition, the obvious stuff here. So we're gonna start out by this attack here by Cal from Elite Academy, and Cal is one of our absolute best attackers, especially at Town Hall 9, not only in Elite Academy, but in the entire Alliance. He's a 6-pack machine, and this is a great attack. He's going to use bowlers in the clan castle, so it's really a bow go LaLoon. He's using the bow and the go, which is nice because it really affords him the timing to deal with little things that you might not expect. This raid, if you want to go ahead and rewind in case you missed it over my blabbing, the baby dragon did not want to die. That baby dragon refused to die at the beginning of this attack, and it really wasn't the end of the world. I'm sure Cal would have kind of hoped to get more troops into the center there. That's why he brought the jump spell, but the queen does make it, and she is going to eventually get that air defense down. So all is well, and that's really the value that he wanted to get from his queen there. So now with 2 air defenses down, he can simply use the LaLoon to basically methodically sweep through the base from the northwest down to the southeast. Now, I want to kind of talk through this replay as you watch the air portion of this raid. I want to talk, maybe some of you guys aren't necessarily a maxed out Town Hall 9, maybe you're mid-level Town Hall 9, maybe you're used to ground attacks, because ground attacks have certainly dominated the meta for quite a while now, and you kind of want to dip your toes into the air game, and you're just not sure exactly where to start. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different, something I don't normally do, and I basically want to break down the attack into just 2 phases. Obviously your kill squad and then the LaLoon. And what I want to do is compare your objectives throughout both of those phases to what they would be in a typical ground attack, because I'm assuming if you're kind of uncertain about air raids or multi-phase air raids, you're either A, a brand new Town Hall 9, or you're B, someone who's just mainly used to using Go-Ho or bowler attacks or HGHB, something like that. So the reason I want to do it this way is because there are a lot lot of similarities in terms of your objectives. You want to take out your Archer Queen, your Defender's Archer Queen. You want to go ahead and trigger and kill the Clan Castle. Now, the other difference is, obviously, in ground attacks, you're trying to trigger obvious giant bomb areas on the base, and while that is not the case for air attacks, you definitely do have an additional objective beyond just the Archer Queen and the Clan Castle, and that's to take down at least one air defense. Now, this might seem like common sense, but again, guys, just want to make sure I cover all my bases here to make sure that everybody knows what's going on in terms of the phases of these attacks. We forget sometimes that as people, you know, like me and like so many of the other people who watch this channel, we forget that some people still are really picking up this game just today, and eventually they're going to get to Town Hall 9 and they're going to have to learn how to do all these attacks, and sometimes the old videos, they just don't do a great job of explaining things because there's been so much added to the game since the old videos were kind of put out there. So let's go ahead and talk about this attack here. So it's a really basic attack, but it's also very well executed. In fact, look at that last Lava Hound deployed there. It was deployed at the very, very perfect second, so it would tank for the balloons, but it wouldn't be too early to take a bunch of unnecessary damage. But just to kind of take a quick step back, the difference in phase 2, which is going to be your LaLoon, again, your balloons and your Lava Hound. Your Lava Hound's going to be tanking for your balloons, essentially. You don't want to go ahead and deploy balloons where they're going to be taking a lot of damage unless you have a Lava Hound leading the way and kind of taking the damage for it. So what you want to do on the air portion of your attack is you should be carving out a section of the base with the first phase of the attack. By the way, swagging a heal spell here to boot, definitely a dominating attack here by Siren. So what you want to do with the air portion of your attack is the first thing you want to look at is what direction are the air sweepers pointing at, because when you're planning out your attack, I mean, that's pretty relevant. You don't want to go ahead and send in all your balloons and your Lava Hound direct. Alright guys, so the last replay on our docket today is going to be this one, and this one I wanted to bring to you guys for another specific reason. It's really going to go ahead and illustrate a point that I'm trying to make here, and it is that with air attacks, you have a lot of time, so don't be afraid to go ahead and execute an elongated queen walk. Did that come out right? I don't even know, but don't be afraid to execute a really long queen walk. And what you can do is, you can see here that Thug Life is going to get the longest queen walk in the world award here, starting the queen around 9 o'clock, at least since we've seen the 3.5 minute matches. Remember that, guys? It seems like years ago. In reality, it was more like 1 year ago, but anyway, I digress. You can see here the queen going on a very long walk, and it's actually going to be around 50% damage before any air troops are even deployed. So it's the Barbarian King meeting up with the queen here, a couple Valkyries as well, doing extra damage, moving things right along here. A baby dragon was used expertly to establish the funnel, and here we go, guys. It's going to be queen down in just a second here. His attacking queen is getting stuck on a wall. She's going to finally go around and take out the other queen, and then the rest of the base, you can see it's easy to navigate now because the only additional air sweeper up is facing the opposite direction. There is a Tesla farm over here, but with those many balloons and a heal spell on the board, it's going to keep all of those balloons safe and sound, and all those Teslas were targeting that Hound while the balloons kind of came in and got into the radius of that heal spell, and you'll see just how fast these balloons and a few minions make work of this base. You'll notice that Thug Life did deploy those minions as soon as the balloons were inside the core of the base. That way the minions get to work really, really quickly on those surrounding units, so time is indeed not an issue here. Speaking of time and speaking of 3.5 minutes, I'm curious, guys. I mean, it's been a long time now. I remember when I was a real fresh new YouTuber, and now I feel like I'm kind of, you know, turning into an old fart YouTuber, but I don't know, guys. I'm curious, how long have you A, been playing Clash of Clans, and B, watching my channel, and C, did you guys like when I spotlighted those, you know, small to mid-sized YouTubers? I am so freaking proud of you guys in thousands of you guys went and checked out their channel, showed them some love, and subscribed to them. I just can't tell you how much it means to me that you guys trust my opinion enough to check them out. It was so cool to hear back from them that they'd all grown, you know, some of them by 300%, so that was so cool. I'll go ahead and link those 2 videos. I want to do that more often, so I need your advice on that end too. Would you guys like to see, would you sit down and watch a video that was only dedicated to me sharing my favorite up-and-coming YouTubers? Let me know, guys, because I have more. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.